It is Friday, November the 10th, and as you can probably tell from the very dark lighting, that it is raining outside, and it is very gray and just cozy, and I love that because today is Friday and I have a lot of productive things that I need to do planned, but on top of that, I have some fun things that I wanted to do, like put up my Christmas decoration, and then I'm also gonna try to do some seasonal baking. The goal is brownie, but I do have an exam coming up, so I will be studying for that most of the day. I'll get into this later, but I'm like reaching the end of the story, and it's at 95,000 words right now, which is great. I can't believe I got this far with it. But I'm reaching a bit of like a wall, hitting a bit of a wall. So I'm gonna have to make some progress on that today if I want to push through to the end. If you haven't watched the other videos, my goal is to finish this manuscript by the end of November. So I'm not technically doing NaNoWriMo because I don't have 50,000 words left in this manuscript, but I do want to finish this by the end of November because it's just been going on for too long and I'm ready for it to be over. But I'm really excited about today because it's just raining and I love it when it rains. I love writing when it rains. It's just, I feel like it's perfect.
The head architect unveils his new design to the whole company. Getting bummed out, so I came here. It's what I do. When my grandma died, I got a perm.
Struggling with finishing up this manuscript. I was listening to some music yesterday trying to bring the inspiration out, and it was just really difficult because I feel like I'm a lot further ahead in the novel than I think I am, and that's kind of throwing me off. The first book in the series, that manuscript ended up being 130,000 words, and this one is at 95, and I don't know how many are left. I'm just gonna try to figure out what I need to write in terms of scenes because there is a lot of stuff that is not being wrapped up and, you know, like strings that are being left untied. Is that the right? I don't know. Threads that are staying loose. I don't know, whatever it is, it's not, you know, being tied up neatly, and I just need to figure out what I'm doing because honestly it's such a mess and this draft is gonna suck. I hope that the second draft will be better and I'll come up with stuff when I'm doing revisions. I'm gonna start with kind of outlining some stuff. Has been about 50 minutes. I've written 1,065 words. Really happy with that. If I know what I'm writing, it's a lot easier to write it, and I think lately a lot of these scenes, I don't know where they're going, I'm just writing them, and it's just so much harder, and it just takes so much more creative energy to get through those. This scene is very sad, and I think it's because it's raining outside. I've like subconsciously made this a sad scene. I think that I'm happy with the way that the scene is going so far, and I will be able to finish it pretty quickly later on. And I like to kind of leave a little bit at the end so that when I write that, when I get back to writing, I can finish that and feel a sense of like accomplishment before I start writing the next scene. It is currently 12:20. I have about an hour before I have to head out. I'm just gonna study for my exam a little bit before I head out there, and I do want to check out a book from the library, hopefully. I've just been humming this song that's been stuck in my head all day, and I've been singing like the same two lines over and over, and I couldn't remember which song it was from. And I just looked up the lyrics and it was The Candyman. The Candyman has been stuck in my head all day and now I have to listen to it. When I'm walking out and I'm listening to music on my phone, I always think about like someone coming up to me and asking me, oh, hey, what song are you listening to? Because I feel like someone will come up to me and ask me and I will have to say, The Candyman. So I have no idea where this is coming from, but I've just been singing those two lines all day and I now have to listen to The Candyman. So that's where I'm at. Okay, hi, I just got back and I got my midday coffee. It's one of their holiday drinks, like I think it's called the caramel brulee latte. and I desperately needed some coffee. I actually don't know what's in it. Maybe there's an espresso shot, I'm not sure. But it's caffeinated, so it will get the job done. I did getting a book from the library, and it's one that I haven't heard of before, but I looked it up on Goodreads, and the reviews basically said that the main character was very dark, and this book was very dark and ugly, and I love that, and I kind of want to incorporate that into mine. So even though the plot doesn't seem interesting, the character does. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It's called, here, I'll just show you. So it's called, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that, And I Darken, by Kirsten White. I might start reading it tonight. And since it is about 3:30, I still need to study for my exam. So I'm gonna do that because later on, my roommate and I are gonna be baking, and I just want to not be stressed out when I'm baking because I'm stressed out. So I would like to do a little bit of studying. And since I've already written 1,000 words today, I think I would be okay with studying for the next, I don't know, 3-4 hours. Yeah, I'm just gonna change and sit down and start working on that, and hopefully have time to write later on tonight because I definitely want to get a higher word count for today. The temptation to just immediately start reading this and abandon all of my studying and homework and that I have to do is so strong that I think I'm gonna have to physically remove this from my line of sight so that I'm not tempted, because all I have to do is just, it's like right there, and then I wouldn't be able to stop. So I'm just gonna slide this into my backpack so I can't see it until later when I'm done with my homework. But I don't know if I'll be able to focus on it now because all I can think about is starting a new book. I almost forgot I was vlogging today. It is 7:30-ish, and I have been working on my homework for like 3-4 hours now, studying for this exam. It was actually going really well. I feel like I've made a big chunk of progress throughout the study guide, but now I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and go bake some brownies. And I'm thinking of making an apple crumble because I have like 3 apples sitting in the fridge and they've been there for a while. So an apple crumble would be cool, but I'm not sure if I have the like baking bowl or whatever to make them with. I also remembered that I haven't eaten anything since breakfast today, so hopefully I will find something to eat in the kitchen. I'm also hoping to watch a movie after this. Pretty chill rest of the night planned, and I'm hoping that I'm also gonna have time to do a little bit of writing after I finish because I am actually starting to feel a little bit of inspiration. I was listening to some music while I was working on my homework and I started to feel a bit inspired. And I think I figured out like sort of like I could visualize like the ending, and parts of it were like coming to me like in sentences and like glimpses and whatever. So I'm actually really excited to write this ending because it is heartbreaking. It's horrible. It's ugly. I love it. So I think that will be the biggest motivating factor in getting to there, which means I have to get through the rest of Act 2, which is gonna suck and it's gonna be ugly, but in a different way than the ending. But anyway, I have to get through it to get to it, and then after I do some writing, I want to be able to read. So busy night, but also kind of relaxing. Hi, it is 12:15. I just finished watching the movie and also had dinner, and now I'm gonna sit down and do a little bit of writing. I've already written 1,000 words today, so I'm not gonna pressure myself to write too much more, but I want to get in at least one more writing session. I might write for like an hour or so, and then I get to read. I'm so excited to read this. Like, I love morally gray characters, but I love morally gray women more, and I want to model my character after that. I'm hoping it's good, because I hope every book I read is good, and that's not always the case. That actually hasn't been the case for the past 2 books, but we'll see how this goes. I just finished writing another 1,000 words so far. I've written 2,000 words today. I think I'm gonna call it here because I'm getting sleepy, as I knew I would, working on my bed, and I do want to get a little bit of reading done before I go to sleep because it's already 1 o'clock. Productive writing day, and I'm getting to the end of Act 2. I'm figuring out how to get there. I'm crossing the bridge, getting there. It's happening. This manuscript is quickly reaching an end, and I calculated it, and I think there's about 20,000 words left in the story ish, and we're currently at like 96,000, so making some good progress. I'm excited about where this is headed. I'm not excited about how we're getting there, but that's fine, and I am excited about finally starting this book.